logic is now a far more sophisticated thing. It's both and. You know, reality is made up of both particles and waves simultaneously. So that's what's called intelligence, is when human beings wake up to the fact that we're both and beings. Right? I can be a Ukrainian and pro-Russian and pro-European. I can be British and pro-European and pro the Commonwealth and pro-Scotland. I live in Scotland. I can be, you know, a Christian and a Druid and a Buddhist and a Sufi and a Kabbalist and. You know, this is a multiverse we live in. And that's the thinking that underlies the work of the Peace Policy Research Institute. I'm trying to put firmly on the agenda here, that we humans have to take a quantum leap into a different kind of logic system. It's not both and anymore. It's and. And that is premised on what the sages and saints call love. Love is about interconnectedness. It's the force that bounds our souls metaphysically. Just as Linus Pauling talked about the force that binds our molecules physically, there's this metaphysical thing which we can only really call love. We don't have the words for it. We know when we feel it, okay? Couples that are in harmony, that love each other, or friends, or families, or nations. You know, that really is what we need here for these tragic situations, like in Ukraine, like in Syria, and like in Palestine and Israel. And I just would like to leave you with that thought, you know, find that in yourself. Study, reflect on it. This new logic I'm talking about is actually, it's also a very old logic. It's been around as long as, you know, the wisdom tradition has been around, going in the esoteric source of the Kabbalah and Sufism and esoteric Christianity and Buddhism and the Druid path and so on. You know, this is the common core tradition of mankind. But it's now being, if you want, validated by scientific research. And that's very exciting. And that's part of the work of the Centre for Peace Policy Research, is to, as it were, confirm Gandhi's point that peace is scientifically a better way to proceed than violence. And this is why I've been working with the Jain community in India, who've influenced Gandhi, who've known this metaphysically for millennia. Non-violence is the best way to get enlightenment. So I really recommend non-violence to the planet. And my dear brothers and sisters, you know, in these troubled times, let's come together and work out a way to get peace here. Because, you know, enough is enough. Thank you very much for listening.